Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday the 13th, August. The year's 2021. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly wrap up. This video is for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And yes, yesterday, I forgot to upload the video I made. I had to do what I normally do every Thursday, and then on the way back, somebody asked me to do them a favor, and by the time I got home, I completely forgot I needed to upload the video because things were running slow yesterday morning and I didn't want to be late. Anyway, let's get on with it. So for the week, we're practically sitting at the weekly open. We're 1 pip above. So I guess there was much to do about nothing. All the gaps filled. And the weekly range, as you can see, is pretty anemic. Looks like about 102, 103 pips. On the day, we've got some interesting price action. We opened below the opening range for the week, and then price made a new low for the week, turned around and went up. And I remember Walmart said he thought Wednesday was going to be the low of the week. Well, he was close. You know, the difference isn't that much, but yeah, if you definitely looked at that Wednesday low and saw when price came above it, right around the 138 mark, definitely would have paid off. 138.018. So basically taking the 3800 crossover to the north, that would be worth about 68 pips right now. Not a bad trade for one day. And excuse me, one of the things we've been talking about how to analyze charts. There's one thing that I don't think we really looked at, and that's the time factor, meaning how long does it take price to move? I mean, it took it all day basically, or half the day to move off of that low. We'll see when we get to the hour charts right here. 226 above the yearly open, 30 pips below the monthly open, and we're right at the weekly open. We're up 68 pips off the daily open. And we're back into that inside bar level. Now, I called that out earlier this week, looking to go short here at that inside bar. And that would have paid off a couple of times. So chances are we'll be able to exploit that again, I believe, next week. Yeah, because see, this week is definitely not an inside bar. So something to ponder for next week. As far as the day goes, we did break out of that wick zone down here. We're in the upper wick zone right now. 84 pips on the day. Only one pair at 100. Just anemic. I don't know if it's the summer or what. The pound took out the pivot. So if you were lucky enough to be trading at this point and you say, hey, the pivot still hasn't been taken out, and we're like right at that 138, let's shoot for the pivot. And if you analyze the charts, if you've got the intestinal fortitude, also known as guts, to hang in the trade, you see higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and it didn't break it till right here, last hour. So you would have, made about what, 60 some pips off of that trade? Not bad at all. But, not too many people look at the hour chart. A lot of us are looking at the 1 minute, 5 minute. So, we're taking all that jostling back and forth. Looks like red rats could feast, but the day is almost over. I wouldn't expect much of a feast from the red rats. So, once again, we took out the pivot. We took out the monthly pivot yesterday. I don't think we took out the monthly pivot before yesterday, did we? I don't think we did. We may have. Yeah, obviously we did, because this is the 9th. We took it out. Oh, wait a minute. Somehow I hit the wrong. Here we go. Monthly pivot. Yeah, it's been taken out. So those of you who paid attention from the beginning of the month may have used that monthly pivot as a target. And so shows clearly we took it out for the week. We missed it by 4 pips. And so far this month, we've taken out all the daily pivots. In and out of the lower wick zone. Actually, I just threw it. Now we're at the lower wick zone. Here's the upper daily wick zone. And you can see prices nestling in there at the moment. The range for the week, 103 at the 8th percentile level. We didn't break out at the top, but we did break out 70 pips out of the bottom. So that was a nice trade there. High minus close for rats, 26 for the red rats, and for the green rats, 80. So once again, Walmart called that low at Wednesday, even though he wasn't right for the week. If you traded off that level, you had a couple opportunities to make money. And that's the thing. You've got to learn to take your money when you can. Follow your rules. No regret. Oh, I've got the Bitcoin chart up just to show here. So right here, there was a lower high. No, I'm sorry. A higher low right here 2 days ago. Yesterday, price broke it. So you could have exited out. Then you could have put a buy stop. So if price comes back to that level, you could buy back in. But at least that way, you protected your profits in case price continued down. And then by jumping back in pretty much at the same level, you continue the rage. And you can just trade it that simple. It's not really that difficult. You just have to set up your risk parameters. So if price goes against you, you stop out. But it seems like Bitcoin's making a nice little move to the upside. Oh, this was another crypto chart I had. Oh, that was just for higher low, lower high. Not sure what that is for. I don't remember if there was any questions. I don't recall seeing any out there. But let's just go back here to the. Let's actually set this to the M5 chart because a lot of us trade M5. So, looking at the chart, and let's just find that 3,800 level right there. Well, do you see how long it would have taken to make those pips? You would have gotten in at what, 1405, and it peaked out at 20 something. We're talking 6 hours, you know. You can look at it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, 7 hours. Let's see. 1 hour, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Could you sit in one single trade for that long? And if you can, I'd like to know what are you thinking? What are you doing during that time? Are you watching each and every tick? Are you marking up the chart going, okay, here's the low, then here's the low, and then here's the low, then here's the low? Are you doing something like that? And you're saying higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. It's like This is like a almost a textbook price action move. And now it's basically leveling out. So they talk about accumulation distribution. So something's going to probably happen here. What, we don't know. And that's why there's a market, and that's why we trade, to hopefully exploit something. You know, some of the comments kind of make me chuckle where sometimes people, I guess in the beginning, thought I was like all the rest or something. And then something, though, stuck. One thing I said stuck. And then they came back and then they, had that aha, moment. The light bulb went off. They felt like they got hit by a ton of bricks, and they all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, now I get it." It it usually brings a smile to my face, but it's a good feeling, when you do something and then it might be years, then you find out that you actually had an impact. You made a difference. I mean, that's you know that's a feeling you can't even put a price on, knowing that you helped somebody. So I appreciate it when traders let me know that in some way I was able to help them, and now they're on the profitable path. Let's see, back to the weekly. You can see once again we had an inside bar there, and the daily ranges this week. Um, 45 and a 54. I mean, just dismal. I mean, maybe this is something that we have to get used to, and we might have to adjust trades accordingly. So rather than sit there looking for 10 or 20 pip gains, maybe you're going to start taking more 5 pip gains. I know for a fact that Walmal and I, if you looked at our trades, there's so many 1 and 2 pip wins, it's not even funny, because we're just in and out and in and out. We see these little opportunities, mainly trading a higher low, lower high on, the 1 minute, but we use a 5 minute candle for bias, even though I think it was it yesterday or day before, Walmart was taking trades, and it's just like, you're going against the M5. He goes, well, I see something. So, but that's just from seat time and knowing the pair that you trade. So you just have to be aware of those things, and you trade what you see. And if so long as you have your risk management in place, you can only do but so much damage to your account. This is interesting. If you look at this on the daily, close minus low, 3, 2, 4. That's saying that price isn't really getting out of its own way. We didn't have those rat zone reversals. So right here, just not looking too good. Well, let's see, but that's on the daily. Let me switch to the daily so you can see what I'm talking about. You see, one day ago there was a 3. 3 days ago there was a 2. 4 days ago there was a 4. And that just usually doesn't happen. So I should probably rerun the rat zone stats. Maybe I'll do that in a video for you guys next week. So, fellow traders, I hope you had a profitable week. I hope the How to Analyze Chart series has helped you. I don't know what we're going to do next week. We're going to figure something out, though. So you have a fun and safe weekend, and when you come back, just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.